Hello guys, how's it going today? It's Atsu. So after spending some time here in Australia, I kind of came to realize that sometimes native speakers pronounce certain words different from dictionaries. So I just want to introduce 4 of those words today. So let's get started. The first word is probably. So I think many people say probably or probably instead of saying probably. And I reckon it's just that it's a little bit easier to say probably or probably instead of saying probably, especially when you're speaking really fast. So for example, I probably do that. It's a little bit harder to say compared to I probably do that. So I probably do that, I probably do that. Maybe the latter is a little bit easier. So I reckon that's the main reason. So that's the first word. The second word is library. So instead of saying I went to the library yesterday, they are more likely to say I went to library yesterday, instead of saying library yesterday. So it's also a natural conversion of pronunciation because it's much easier to say library instead of saying library. So that's the second word. Number 3 is February. So many people say February instead of saying February. And I reckon the logic behind it is very similar to number 2 where library was pronounced library. So that's the third one. Last but not least, number 4 is asked. Like he asked me a couple of questions. I think many people say he asked me a couple of questions instead of saying he asked me a couple of questions. So I think the mouth position is still there, but like K sound is so weak that you cannot really hear. And it sounds like asked instead of asked. Well, correct me if I'm wrong because I'm not expert, but it sounds like asked, not really asked. He asked me a couple of questions. I asked him a couple of questions. So that is all for today. Before ending this video, I just want to say, in order to make this video, I had a chat with a couple of native speakers so that I can be on the same page with native speakers in terms of the accuracy of the information that I've delivered. Because I'm not a native speaker and they agreed with what I have delivered today. So at least I can say that it's accurate enough to say that it's applicable in this country, Australia. But I think it could be a little bit different in other parts of the world, in other English-speaking countries. So if you have any other ideas, my door is always open. So if you could leave your comments, that would be great. So thank you very much. See you next time. Bye.